This game should be stressful, like genuinely stressful, guys. You look at Grayzone Warfare and you think tactical extraction shooter, getting shot from nowhere, losing literally everything in your inventory, just constant pressure. But after playing it for a bit, I was just sitting here at my desk with a coffee in my hand, just walking around, taking my time, looting, doing quests, and I had this moment where I thought, why does this game feel so freaking chill? Because Grayzone Warfare really shouldn't feel like it. And if you have played stuff like Escape from Tarkov, you already know how this usually goes. You're on edge the whole time, checking every freaking corner in the game, listening for every little sound, right? Because one mistake and you lose literally everything. And yeah, that's fun in its own way, but it's definitely not relaxing. So going into this game, I expected the same thing. But pretty quickly, something felt different. And I think the moment it clicked for me was when I changed something. Not the game itself, just how I was playing it. I stopped rushing in, stopped treating it like a typical shooter, and started playing PvE. Taking fights only when I wanted to, and suddenly, guys, the whole game just slowed down. And this is probably the biggest thing I need to talk about. This game actually lets you decide how stressful it is. Like with the quests, you'll see medium, hard, very hard. And at first, guys, I was like, yeah, this is where it gets absolutely painful. But honestly, if you go in prepared, good weapon, decent armor, and play a bit smart, even the hardest stuff feels like manageable. And that's when it kind of hit me. This game isn't chaos, it's controlled. You're not constantly reacting to everything, you're choosing how things play out. And yeah, this is where some people are gonna disagree with me, because I am playing PvE, and I already know there's gonna be people saying in the comments down below, that's not the real experience. But honestly, this might be the best way to play it. No random players that shoot you from across the map, like not getting one-tapped. You know how it goes. No fights you didn't have to choose. I'm not reacting all the time, I'm just deciding what happens, and that's what makes this game so freaking good. And this is where the game really got to me, because it doesn't just feel like a shooter at all. It kind of feels like an RPG in a way. And I know some people are gonna be like, what the hell? This is not an RPG. But let me explain, alright? You've got traders, you've got quests, you've got progression. You go out, clear an area, loot everything, you head back, sell your stuff, and buy better gear, right? Well, if you do that, you level up these traders, which is the progression system in the game. You will be able to buy better stuff, better mods for your weapons, and so on. That is what I mean with the RPG mechanic in this game. You just basically do stuff, you level things up, and yeah, you get it. And it's not just that this is a really satisfying loop. It's pretty much you can just approach the game however you want. Sometimes I'll take a quest where I need to clear out enemies. Other times I'll just walk around through towns, loot everything I can find. I grab valuables, watches, whatever, right? And I just sell it all. It's slower to progress, but it still works. And that's kind of the point. You're not forced into one playstyle. You can literally play this game however you want. For me, I like sitting back, sniping, but I've seen other people run in with shotguns and SMGs just full-on aggressive, and both work. It actually feels like your own space in a way, instead of something you're constantly fighting against. You can pretty much plan if you want to go with a DMR or want to go snipe from a distance on a hill, and that's what makes this game so fun, guys. I don't even know what else to say here. But the weirdest part for me was that I was actually relaxed, guys, like genuinely relaxed, not just less stressed, actually relaxed. I had coffee on the cider on my desk, walking through areas, checking buildings slowly, taking fights when I feel like it, and at some point I stopped thinking about it like a shooter at all. But I gotta be honest about something, it's not always like that. I know, guys, let me explain. There are moments where you're just walking around, everything feels quiet, and then boom, right? Out of nowhere, you get shot. No warning, and instantly you have to switch full focus. And honestly, that's what makes it work, because you're relaxed, right? Until you're not, and then it drops you right back in again. Also, just a quick mention that the weapon modding in this game is actually really satisfying, guys. The moment you level traders, you will unlock new parts. I have already previously mentioned it in this video. Taking something like an M4 and slowly turning it into your version of it, it just gives you huge dopamine. That progression just feels so good, guys. The only thing I didn't really like, and yeah guys, there is a thing I didn't like, and that's that some quests require like keys all the time. And honestly, it can get a bit annoying. I wish there was more freedom there. Not a really huge deal in a way, just something I noticed, right? I just hope that the devs are gonna come up with a system where if you have to go into a certain area for which you need a key, there's gonna be a different approach to it. Maybe you can shoot the lock, maybe you can have a lock that you need to lockpick, right? Yeah. I just hope that devs will actually fix that. But besides that, there is one thing I absolutely like, and that is that the devs are actually listening to their audience, to their player base. With recent updates, they have been improving a lot of systems. And if they keep going like this, I can definitely see myself sticking with Grayzone Warfare for the long run. But yeah, the more I played, the more something became really clear. This game isn't chill because it's easy, it's chill because it gives you control. If you rush it, it will absolutely punish you. But if you slow it down a bit, it becomes something completely different. And yeah, that's probably why I keep coming back to it. It doesn't feel like Grayzone Warfare is controlling me, and it feels like I'm the one deciding everything. And honestly, that kind of feeling is exactly why I ended up loving The Witcher 3 so much. I'll leave a link up here if you want to check it out. I hope I'll see you there.